Welcome back, you guys, to another journey to truth and life, where we utilize the power of truth to be set free from the chain of deception. Unfortunately, we have been experiencing extreme technical difficulties, and I do apologize for all those of you who do not know. I am someone who is highly targeted by the powers that be. My targeting comes directly from the United States um, Pentagon. And this is no lie, this is no fabrication. These are actual facts. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure how many of you guys can see it, but right there in the sky is a satellite. Now, that is not a star, it is a satellite, and it shows up wherever I go. All of a sudden, it will be dark in that area, and wherever I go, that satellite will show up. And when that satellite shows up, it intercepts my devices, and all um, havoc is wreaked. And it's unfortunate that we live in a place called America that is supposed to be a place for liberty and freedom for all. Unfortunately, some of us are being subjected to some of the most heinous, ungodly, inhumane treatment you could ever imagine. And those treatments are part of a national security cartel crime, disguised as peace and safety protocols. People are being murdered through these campaigns. As my boy, Nomore Gangstalking, said in his protest, many black women and children have lost their lives in this covert secret warfare that is indeed happening here on United States soil. So for the second time, we're going to try to get the boy No More Gang Stalking back in the building. See, we have a powerhouse already. We have Osiris um, in the building. The boy said, "We cannot stop. We won't stop." Definitely a man of wisdom. We have Tony H in the building as well. She is back in action. And yes, indeed, no matter what, we are going to organize. But just so you guys know, I am being track, trace, monitored, and surveilled. I'm here in the Dallas, Texas area, just off the airport expressway near the George W. Bush Turnpike. And it's been crazy. It's been crazy, let me tell you. But we're here to organize and do something about it, because we've talked enough, and it is time to stand up against tyranny and do what it takes to make the change um, for ourselves, our prosperity, and the freedom of all Americans. And so I just posted the link in the description box. We're going to try this again. And if I see you in the uh, background, I'll go ahead and cue you on to the live stream, and we're going to get this thing started. Uh, we are definitely dealing with depopulation murder campaigns. Depopulation murder campaigns in the form of electromagnetic murder, microwave murder, or people organizing in communities in order to target, torture, and murder innocent men, women, and children. The FBI, the CIA, and the NSA, Department of Homeland Security, and the private security sector, which is nothing more than a privatized army, has all collaborated in an effort to create a new kingdom. And this is scriptural. It says the Antichrist will rise to power with a small group of people. He will not be given the honor of the kingdom, meaning that he's not going to come in as a president or a king or prime minister, but he's going to take control and power over the kingdom through what the scripture says in the book of Daniel, chapter 8, dark sentencings, masonic and deception and manipulation with technology and sorcery. And he's going to rise to power. He has already risen to power. And with this new age cybernetic technology, he is running rampant on the loose. And these people who believe that they are helping to keep the country safe are nothing more than patsies and puppets in this charade. I did post that link, No More Gang Stalking. So if you want to click on it and join, you're more than welcome. I see we have the girl, the queen, Jasmine Andazola in the building. You guys go check her out as well. And so this is what we're dealing with. I'm just going to read this while No More Gang Stalking is attempting to log on. So it says the Pentagon and the U.S. intelligence agency, known as the NSA, the Central Secret Service intelligence agency, DARPA, which is the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, the CIA, or the Central Intelligence Agency, the Department of Homeland Security has um, secret, extremely secret technology that can pick up on the private thoughts given by an individual and the vibrations produced by the brain's electrical pulses, which can, sorry, uh, thoughts which can be broadcasted by means of microwave transceivers, infrasound, ultrasound transceivers, satellite, and other forms which uses electromagnetic transfers. For an example, television, radio, internet, telephone. The Pentagon, which is targeting me, calls this mind reading technology synthetic telepathy. Although there's nothing paranormal about it at all, the NSA, or the National Security Agency, is part of the Department of Defense, and a very secretive part at that. This is why come, everything that they do is classified, is because it's their Black Ops division. So let me read this again. The National Security Agency is part of the Department of Defense. That means that the Fourth Amendment, the Second Amendment, is being broken. The military is being used against the people. So you have the Department of Defense authorizing war against the people, against its own citizens. I just so happen to be one of many. So if the NSA is targeting you, and it is, if you're on this watch list, that means that the United States military, the Department of Defense, is targeting you because it is a subsector of the DoD. This is what people need to know. And a very secretive part at that, the NSA has a black budget. I've explained this before. Black budget means that there's no audits, track, or trace of how much they spend of the U.S. Treasury, where they spend the money, and how they spend the money. This is how they can afford to expendicate so much resources on one person. They have a bottomless budget, and they're using the taxpayers' dollar in order to wage war against the people. These are facts, and is headed by a flag officer from a branch of the military. Now, usually it's from the naval intelligence. The top secret technology available to the U.S. military is usually 30 years or more advanced than the technologies available to the general U.S. Civilian economy, which means that if you have touchscreen telephones, what they're utilizing is so much more advanced than that. Trust me, if you're suffering from voice to skull, you know what I'm saying is true. They're able to communicate to you without the use of cell phones. They don't have to call you, they don't have to write you a letter. They're able to implant voices and thoughts into people's brain with this new age technology. Um, so, I'm going to skip down a little bit. Their headquarters is located in Fort George Meade, which is in the United State of Maryland, right near Washington, D.C., the DMV area. There are microchip computers based on nanotechnology, which can be inserted in a person by means of injection. So many people went out and they got injected, they got the jab, and they have no idea that it was publicized beforehand that RFID chips were part of the um, dosing and administering tracking process. But this is a much more secretive part of that. Within the very serum itself, there was biotech or nanotechnology, which integrates with the RNA or ribonucleic acid, etc. These are facts. You can go look up, well, I can't say certain word, but it starts with a P, F, and you can, you know, read between the lines. Go read it and research biotech, and that will take you right back to nanotechnology and so forth. Basically, robotizing the human person without their consent, and says can be injected or administered through tooth fillings or some other form without the knowledge of the doctor or physician. These computer chips can track the implanted person through microwave or bioresidency um, communication, and it can be made invisible to detect by means of computerized axial imaging, some sort of technology that they have in order to cloaking. This is what the U.S. military call cloaking technology. So, with these latest top secret and rapid technology advancements available to the U.S. military intelligence agency, the need for computer implants in conducting synthetic telepathy against targeted individuals. These are people who are watch listed, whether you're on the OSHA threat assessment, someone at work who's part of InfoGuard flagged your name, or someone in the community flagged your name. However, you got involved as a victim of this human trafficking program, the technology, the old technology that they've been using against you is obsolete by now. Um, and a system of subliminal wireless wave remote control is used today against targeted individuals suffering from synthetic telepathy harassment. Um, and these violators, the perpetrators, they basically are conducting torture training programs and experimentation programs against people, and they often use red herrings such as good cop, bad cop. So one to be nice, and then the other will be bad, and eventually, if you've ever studied psychology, I believe it's called, oh man, what is for you psychology majors, you know what I'm talking about. Um, it's a division of psychology. Pretty sure my boy Osiris know this. Positive reinforcement programming. Positive reinforcement programming. You guys can go look that up through positive reinforcement programming. It's a system basically where they um, punish you for uh, behaviors that they want to stop, and then they kind of reward you or allow you a sense of release for behaviors that they want to reinforce. This is behavioral modification training. They essentially want to change who you are as a person. Don't allow them to do that. But that's where the good cop, bad cop scenario comes in at, or the tough love acting. Like, oh, I'm doing this for your own good. These are all smoke screens, such as the smear campaigns, which they do by association, as openly secret intimidation campaigns against targeted discs of espionage. Um, and so this is what is happening here in the United States of America. People are being subjected to the highest level of extreme psychological and electronic torture. This is warfare. And I want us to discuss how we can organize and unite against this. And so I'm going to post the link um, one more time into the live stream. And I'm going to be waiting for No More Gang Stalking to jump in and join me, because what I want us to do is I want us to unite. It's time for us to uh, come together and do something about it. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. So the link is in the description box, and if you can click on that, it says typing a Bat Tiger is in the building. We have Real Zaina in the building. We have um, Osiris in the building. Of course, I've said Tony H. And we have who else is in here? I thought Jasmine was back in the building, but she have not uh, come into the live stream as of yet. But if you can hear me, no more gang stalking. We are waiting on you to join us, brother, because you actually inspired me with your protests out there in the streets of California. And I had to repost that live stream on my channel and so forth. And as a matter of fact, uh, I got a call from a Jedi, or Bat Tiger, the Great Jedi Warrior. And I was driving on Interstate 20. I had just crossed the Georgia state line, and I was probably about 20 miles into Alabama heading west. And I was on the phone with my brother, my baby brother, and me and him was going back and forth arguing like brothers do. And all of a sudden, I got a screenshot from Jedi, and he wanted to know if I was an agent. Like, are you an agent? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he sent a screenshot of my channel, and it showed where No More Gang Stalking video had been posted on my channel, and then right after that, it had been taken off. Of course, I was driving. I wasn't even logged on to my account at that particular time. So it threw me for a loop. And I just want all you guys to know that these people have control over this technology. This YouTube platform, I do not control. I have no control over Google. We are accessing their um, their technology. We're using their websites and their media platforms. So we got to be wise um, about, you know what I mean, about how we interpret certain things. But I did cover up some of this. This is my um, driver's license. This is my Louisiana state driver's license. And you can see I am a real person. There's my real name. Um, and that is my old address in West Monroe, uh, Louisiana. So there, I'm a real person. If you guys want to look me up, you can. This is my old um Chase account. Covered it up. There we go. Here's my Wells Fargo ba- banking account. And you guys can look me up. I'm a real person going through some real things, and I am really targeted out here. Me and my family have undergone things that would blow your mind, blow your freaking mind. These are truths and facts, but it's not about my testimony. It's about building because we all got stories. We've all been through things. Now it's time to do something about it. It's time to do something about it. I've had family, friends, and I can name names. Anybody want to come on here and they can question me? Um, I will respond, and I respond specifically. I tell you who did what, when, and where. Tell you first name, where you can find them. You can go send this video to them. Tell them to come on this channel and question me. It'll never happen because, you know what I mean? These people are cowards, and that's just how they operate. They operate behind the scene mischievously. And I'm used to it. I've been going through it for over 10 years, lived homeless for years, been sabotaged out of jobs, finances, um, in the works, you name it, poison, drugged, violated in the worst ways, and the torture continues. Usually psychological manipulation. I'm watched, monitored, tracked, traced 24/7. If I get a phone call, it's monitored. The agencies, the powers that be, is always watching your boy MTAC. Trust me. And I see it. I just act dumb. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to play a fool in order to get by. You know what I mean? So I just play dumb, but I see the play unfolding before it even happens. Jasmine is definitely in the building. It says, I just tried to join. It's not letting us join. Are you serious? Unbelievable. Let me try. Um, Man, this is absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me try to close this browser and open it back up. All right, I just restarted the browser, and I'm not sure what they got going on today, but they are on one. Like I said, man, it just it blows my mind the lengths as to uh, what these people are willing to do in order to try to control a narrative. I am not a terrorist. We're not trying to create a terrorist organization, which is what they were trying to um, accuse me of. We're not trying to create a terrorist organization. What we're trying to do is get justice. And anytime you prevent people from diplomacy, you're forcing them to go to war. That's it. You know what I mean? We're out here. exercising our First Amendment right, which is the freedom of speech, the freedom of assembly, the freedom to protest, and the freedom to address the government in time of grievance. And we are voicing our distress as a collective body. We're not trying to um, harm, hurt anybody. I've been trying to get my civil suit for years, and they have been preventing me from getting my civil suit for my pain and suffering, for the lies, rumors, and slander. I got family members, I'm talking about blood relatives, that cannot contact me to this day because they're not allowed to admit to their involvement into this targeting. And they know good and well, me being me, I'm going to address them directly. I don't want to talk to them unless we talk about what they've done, working with the enemy, working with these agencies. You know what I mean? Bowing to these devils. I just reposted the link. I want you guys to try again and let me know if it's working. It says they're deleting your number at more no more Gangstalking. I'll leave. Man, this is absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna post it again. Uh, it's so bad that if I go on people's page now and I try to post a comment, soon as I post that comment, they delete it. Soon as I post that comment and I log out, they delete my comments because they don't want us to communicate. This is what your United States government is up to, man. And I'm calling it out for what it is. We want to know why the FBI, why the CIA, why the NSA, why the Department of Homeland Security is at war against the people. Why are you at war against your boy MTAC? We want to know. We want to know. It's no reason to even try to be discreet because everybody know who's behind this. You know what I mean? They've called my family members. They monitor my freaking phone calls. They call people behind my back. They have idiots call my phone and they try to coach them and have them engage me into these and with these integrative questions to try to build a false narrative. So if the false narrative is he might go out and hurt somebody, then they'll have an idiot call my phone and try to build a conversation to gather false evidence that yeah he's going to hurt somebody or he's a terrorist or he's he hates uh, other races or white people. No, I don't. I love all races. I love of humanity. I'm against racism and I'll stand up against it till this day. And if somebody is trying to stop me from speaking out against racism, then that's an evil, wicked individual. I don't care if you're white, black, brown, or yellow. If you know that white supremacy has plagued and continued to plague certain marginalized groups of people, you should be standing up with your boy MT and speaking out against it. So I don't hate white people. I love all humanity. I hate racism. There's a difference. I hate this system here in America called white supremacy. You know what I mean? I don't care. As a matter of fact, I love diversities of culture. And I just have love for my people because I see the suffering that blacks have gone through and continue to go through in this country. And not just blacks, but, other races. The Hispanics have their own issues as well. They were deprived from land in states such as Texas and New Mexico and Arizona and California, and they were defrauded. And then when they come back to their own states, they're called illegal immigrants. You know what I mean? And the land that was stolen from them. This is how hypocritical this country is. And right now, they're trying to stop your boy MTAC from building with anybody. You know what I mean? Um, what I'm going to do is, since they don't want me to connect on this platform, I'm going to give out my cell number. I'm going to give out my cell number just for those of you in the live stream. If you're an agent and I pick up the phone, I will block your number. Just simple as that. I don't play the games. And if you continue to call my phone with fake phone numbers or whatever, I'll just change my phone number. It's a simple fix to the problem. But for mature people who want to build, I'm going to be sharing my phone number because where there's a will, there's a way. They're not going to stop me. I don't have to use these platforms. That's why I won't be on YouTube much longer. You know what I mean? They have my account hacked. JJ Disciple is in the building. Hey, what's going on, bro? It says don't play into Satan games. Absolutely. And that's what they want us to do, is to get upset and then to rage out, because it is upsetting that I am doing this live stream to unite and to build with other victims. Get this, victims who's trying to obtain justice, and they are going over and beyond to stop that. This is what America has become, a system that uh, used to have the appearance that it stood for fairness, it stood for judicial process, it stood for human rights and constitutional law and the freedom and equality of all people. Now we see a different story. This live stream right here is evidence of that. It is evidence of that. I am going to put this in a live stream. You guys take a snapshot of it and then I'll try to delete it because I don't want these agents, although they already have my stuff there in my phone as we speak. Somebody just popped on. Let me see. Says in Gangstalking.
Hey, what's up?
You're on the journey to truth and life. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. They just sent me through all type of prompts.
Yeah, they tried to stop it, man, and I do apologize. I do apologize. I do not control YouTube, so
Yeah, we know how
um,
it goes. You know how it goes. How you doing, bro? How you doing, more than the conqueror?
brother, I was just venting because I'm just fed up. I mean, if
Yeah,
I could say one word, it'd be fed up. I'm fed up with the injustice. I'm fed up with the way that this system have been treating us. But how about yourself?
man, you know what I'm saying? I'm fed up too. I've been fed up. You know, I've been fed up, you know, and the only way we're gonna stop this, right, is that, you know, people gotta stand up, man, no matter what, you know. See, this is a consequence of my gang stalking right here. You see this? You see that? You know, that they created a
Man,
fight, you know, and it almost jumped in the house, right? You know, but I stood, but I fought it, you know. So that's a tactic that they use to try to make people homeless, right? So that's in, you know, I know two other people that they use this tactic on, beyond them to do some slime ball stuff like that, you know. These are some evil, wicked people, and we got to remember that.
absolutely, man. Uh, I'm trying to wrap my mind around the fact they are willing to start a residential fire to get at one person. That's how powerful we are. You see what I'm
Yep,
saying? They're willing to burn down an entire neighborhood if they have to in order to affect one person, you know.
yep, yep.
Out
You
of
know,
everybody on YouTube or on the internet, they're willing to stop their tracks just to focus on your boy more than a conqueror and no more gang stalking. It just blows my mind. But continue, brother.
yeah, because see, well, you know, along this journey, right? You know, what I found out is like, you know, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a house over there, right? You know, and my phone, you know, one day my phone had my phone, to find your phone, it went over there to that house over there. I'm like, why is my phone, going over to the house over there, right? And see down here, right? I don't know if you can, see this yard right here. Now they moved them in there, right? They real quiet, right? You got
Yeah.
the black people do all the buffoonish shit, right? They the ones that's out here doing all the over the top gang stalking, right? But it's the quiet ones you gotta look out for, right? Because them usually the ones that's more, that's calling the shots more, right? Because once they had the fire started here, they was having a big powwow out there, man. A big powwow. You know what I'm saying? Because they thought, what I'm saying, that fire could have gotten to this house. It could have gotten to this house. You know what I'm saying? And my sister and they was running out the door, and she was like, "Come on, bro." I was like, "Go out." She was like, "No, I'm not going. If you ain't going, if you ain't going." I said, "Well, get some water. Come on." And we fought it. So you got to just, with these people, man, you just got to stay on your square and really, and really be. You got to be vigilant with these men because they relentless, man. They have a lot of people, and they're gonna try to wear you out with small wars, a whole bunch of small wars. That's what people get wore out at, right? But we got to be relentless, man. Relentless. You know,
And you said a
because
whole you said a whole lot right there. You said a mouthful, man. What they do is they try to wear us out with the small things, with the it's every day you wake up. From the time you
yeah,
wake up, they make things more complicated than it have to be. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Just uh, a normal day task becomes the most difficult thing to do. Using your phone becomes a difficult thing because they're in it. Trying to go get gas at the gas station becomes a difficult task because by the time you pull up, there's 1,000 agents parked at the gas pumps just there to psychologically annoy you. You go to shop at the retail or grocery store, and they have followed you there. What they'll do with me is they try to figure out what it is that I'm going to go buy, and they'll pull that
yeah,
item off the shelf. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And it'll be the only item on that shelf that's missing. Just, things like that will wear a person down if they're dealing with it 24/7. This is why we must have like time to restore ourselves. What I've been doing lately, brother, is I've been going out into the woods. There's this walking trail where I stay in West Monroe, Louisiana, and
yeah,
they actually have a peaceful walking trail.
yeah,
And but we have got to have our moments where we detach, whether it's at a park or however we do that. Prayer always works, but we definitely have to um, repower our minds,
yeah,
so to speak. But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
let,
And
let go ahead.
which is the reason why, because this thing, it got to be exposed, man, right? And when you try to expose this thing, right, that I know that they're gonna attack me harder, right? But I don't give a fuck. Come on, bring it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all they need to be exposed, right? Because that's the service that was done to us, right? That's how we didn't know that this even existed, right? Because nobody exposed.
Are you still there? You seem to be froze up, brother. The last thing that I heard is expose. Yeah, we need to expose this system. You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't want us to expose this system. They have you froze up on my end. I'm not sure if it's my phone or yours. If you're in a comment and uh, the screen is froze up on your end, let me know if the screen is froze up. If you can't hear me, I'll try to type it into the comment box. All right. So, just in case you guys can't hear me, I want to know how's the audio. Are you guys able to hear me? It looks like they're trying to kick the boy No More Gang Stalking off, and I want to get into some Q&A with No More Gang Stalking, because we need to figure out what we need to do in order to build with one another. You know what I mean? We gotta start building. We need answers. And while I'm waiting on him to get back into the live stream, I'm just going to read some of these comments. JJ the Disciple says, tapping in. Hey, brother, salutes to you. Salutes, brother. You're always here to support, and I definitely appreciate it. It says, we the answer to that, my brother, we are. If we don't fix it, who is? This system obviously isn't going to fix it. Um, uh, Trying to go through some of these comments. Looks like he's back in the building. It's device not connected. It's a weird message that keep popping up every time. Um, Trying to add you in. Says
Yes.
device not connected.
But we still got a lot of soldiers out there, man.
Add to stream.
Express
No
yourself.
doubt they're in here watching everything that we say. They don't disagree. I mean, I would be more than happy to have someone from the Department of Homeland Security, the federal government, pop on and please. I have a ton of questions to ask. I want to know
Yeah,
why they're doing this to us. I want to know why they've done what they've done to me. I'm trying to add you, No More Gang Stalking, and it's not even allowing me to press the add to live stream button anymore.
yeah,
I'm pressing and there's no action.
because we know it.
Um,
I mean that
Pressing and there's no action. There's no response,
that's not gonna stop any.
brother.
That's not gonna
I can
stop
see you
anything.
backstage, but it's not even allowing me to cue you in. This is what we deal with. So when I see my live stream is hacked, and this is why I do want to get you guys over to the BitChute so we can start building over there. Hopefully,
Yeah, yeah. So I just enjoy the show like the rest of the people, man. I mean, it's about us, man. It's about us as a group, man, and it's about how we can put a dent in these in this evil little program that they got running against us, man. I watch a lot of the people videos, man. And I got to give it to y'all. Y'all some courageous people, man.
Well, they are really ticked off. But like I said, and will continue to say, if there's a member of the United States government that would love to join this live stream, I would love to have you. I can peaceably ask you, why are you doing the things that you're doing? I want to know why you're being so wicked. Why is the system attacking me, my family, and other innocent men, women, and children across the country? We would love to have you do something more than infiltrate our devices. Please at least be courageous and bold enough to hop on the live stream. You can click on the link yourself. If you're with the Department of Homeland Security, the NSA, the CIA, the FBI, and you want to click on the screen and just pop up and explain exactly why you're treating us worse than our ancestors got treated, then I would be more than happy to have you on. I would be more than happy to have you on. But once again, we're back. I do apologize for the inconveniences. Like I said, I will uh, have the BitChute up and running very soon because they hate this channel. We expose too much truth over here. We expose way too much truth, and the last thing they want us to do is to come together and to be able to unite um, and organize. And when I say unite and organize, I'm not talking about building an army. I'm talking about us putting our heads together, creating websites and platforms where we can build and connect based on our regions, whatever region or location. If you're out on the West Coast, you can get in contact with people on the West Coast. If you live down south, which I do, you can connect with people in your immediate surrounding area who's also a victim and support one another. If you're on the East Coast, whether north or south, you can connect on the East Coast. This is what I mean when I say build. We can provide support for one another. If there's people in the targeted community, which I hate to use that word, but the chosen elect, people who's been watch listed and violated community who has a profession, whether it be the medical profession, we can patronize one another and have our own doctors. You know what I mean? We can come together and build. If there's people that's good at agriculture, we can buy land and fields and provide our own food resources. If there's carpenters, people who's good with building with our hand, we can build our own homes. You know what I mean? We don't have to depend on this wicked system that obviously wants nothing to do with us. We can start building for ourselves. We can, as a matter of fact, I truly will advocate for this. Not only am I for the Israelites, which is the dispersed so called black man and woman that was displaced through chattel slavery. Not only do we deserve reparations, but I believe that regardless of color and creed, every targeted individual should be reparated through for their punitive and compensatory damages from this system. If this system wants nothing to do with us, then they should provide us with the resources so we can do for ourselves. And this is my thought process. This is the reason for me wanting to unite and organize with other victims of this system, of the national security crimes. Don't enslave us. Don't deprive us of life, liberty, and happiness and our freedom. Give us our freedom somewhere else. If the United States don't want us to be free in their system, we will create our own country. You know what I mean? And we will build and do for ourselves. That's all I'm saying. When I say organize, we can do it for ourselves. We can start off small and build slowly, or they can just give us the reparations, the land, and we can go do it big all at once. And this needs to be our focus as targeted individuals. Building. I want us to be able to connect. I did post my phone number in the live stream. Of course, my device is hacked, but that is my number. I also use it for work purposes. Uh, you know, But if you guys text me or call me or contact me, your boy MTAC would be more than happy to reach and deal with you if you're a real person. If you're a fake person, don't even try, because I'm going to see it coming from a mile away and I will shut it down. You know what I mean? With the quickness. All right. Says the chosen elect, the empowered individuals. Absolutely. It says, I'll leave an email. I'll get at you. No more gang stalking. I want you to come back, brother, because we didn't even get to the Q&A. You know what I mean? I want to actually get uh, to the Q&A, man, the questions, because you're from California. You're from a time and an era where people actually organized, mobilized, and moved effectively to promote and create change. And we need that wisdom. We need that support in the building. Also, Jasmine said she wanted to come on. If you're still in the building, Tony H, Osiris, you guys, we're just fixing to build. I'm going to open up the live stream for anyone who wants to come on and conversate with your boy MTAC. If you have good ideals, this is where it starts. I don't have all the answers, but I do believe that the Most High, the Holy Spirit, has given each one of us a piece to the puzzle. And if we put it all together, then we can see the masterpiece that He has for us. So the link is in the live stream. Once again, if you guys click on that and they're not trying to block it or hack it, I will cue you back in. So no more gang stalking, brother. If you can, please click on that link. And I want to just go straight into the Q&A, the question and answering, like what can we do in order to start organizing? Once again, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to do a screenshot. It went away to show you. I did a screenshot so I can show you guys what it looks like whenever somebody tries to enter into the live stream. It tells me that this device is not connected, whatever that means. It's just some sort of weird message I've never gotten before. But Tony is backstage and I'm clicking on it. It's not allowing me to let her in. Stay on, Tony. Let me click off and back on.
Yeah, they hacking into the, they doing some type of hack. I can't even hear them.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. How's it going, brother?
How you doing? How you doing, sister?
And I gotta say, this is the most frustrating live stream I've ever had to do.
How about this? You
So
think it'll
you
I could
guys
try doing a live stream
forgive
on my
me
channel
because
and see if that could work.
The enemy just doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? They just doing what they do. Their
yeah,
job is to disrupt.
sure.
Our job.
Please do a live stream on your channel because they got my channel hacked.
Okay, yeah, I'm here.
I can't even see anything.
We could hop on my channel and see if it'll work that way. But you already know how this goes.
Okay. See you on your channel.
All right. I'll set it up right now.